B flat major 7, C minor 7, D minor 7, E flat major 7, F dominant, G minor 7, A minor 7 flat 5, and B flat major 7. Well, hello there. Kind of stiff in the morning, trying to warm up. I just wanted to give you some sounds. I just did a little finger exercise and played the B flat major chord scale. So today I want to talk about some of my gear. Vlog number 2, topic, gear for jazz. And let me begin with this typical jazz box. It's an Ibanez Artcore Expressionist AKJ 95. It's similar to Gibson ES 175. In terms of build, it's excuse me. It's made of flame maple top, back and sides, Florentine cutaway, 15 3/4 body size, 3-piece mahogany and maple set neck, bound rosewood fretboard, classic Artcore headstock shape, chrome tuners, pearl block inlays, narrow fret wire, 20 frets, ARTW wooden bridge, VT06 metal tailpiece, 2 Super 58 humbuckers, 3-way switch, and a set of D'Addario flat wound strings, 11 to 50 gauge. One might ask, what's so special about the jazz box? Is it just the acoustic element? It is part of it, but there is more to it. The archdope's hollow body and its construction facilitates suppression of certain overtones and allow the individual notes of a chord to be heard more clearly. Archdopes have a lean mid-range and fast decay, which makes rapidly played notes distinguishable. Now let's review the parts of an archdope and their functions. Tuners or machine heads. These steel posts both secure the strings and allow tuning adjustments. The nut. This is a crucial piece of hardware that allows the 6 strings to be accurately spaced and set for the correct height and maximum playability. The neck itself. Well, this instrument is a 3-piece mahogany and maple. The fingerboard is made from rosewood. The neck profile and fingerboard radius are 2 important features that impact the guitar's playability. The profile refers to the contour or grip shape of the neck, and the radius refers to the curvature of the fingerboard. These steel wires are called frets, and they allow the player to generate various pitches. Fret wire can be made from a variety of materials. It comes in different sizes as well. Strings. The strings are commonly made from nickel with the three low strings being nickel wound around the steel core. Strings are available in a variety of gauges. I prefer flat wound strings for a mellower sound and the avoidance of fret hand squeaks. I also prefer the flat wound G string. String height or action is another important factor, impacting on the guitar's playability. It refers to the distance between the top of the frets and the bottom of the strings. I prefer so-called low action. Position markers. These inlays indicate fret positions to help the players. Sorry, my throat is killing me today. Orient themselves around the guitar's fingerboard. Most high-end archtops only have the markers or the marker dots on the side of the neck, visible to the player, but the fretboard looks kind of naked. The switch. The three-way switch selector allows the player to select either pickup or both. Pickups. There are two Super 58 humbuckers here. Each pickup sounds different because of its location. The bridge pickup sounds bright and trebly, and the neck pickup sounds full and warm. Pickguard, or scratch plate, protects the body from plectrum strokes and nail scratches. The F-holes. These sound holes allow the guitar's top to vibrate more freely and permit sound to emerge from inside the instrument. The bridge supports the strings and transmits their vibrations to the top of the soundboard. Body of the guitar is made from laminated maple in this case. Next, controls. This archtop has individual tone and volume controls for each pickup. The volume control does what the name indicates. The tone control seems less understood. It functions as a passive low-pass filter, meaning it allows low frequencies to pass through to the amplifier while removing or cutting higher frequencies as the knob is turned down. In other words, the tone control narrows the frequency response. At 10 or full up, the tone circuit is largely bypassed, allowing the full frequency range, roughly 80 Hz to over 5 kHz, extending higher with harmonics, from the pickups to reach the amp. As you turn the knob towards zero, a capacitor sends more of the high frequency signal to ground, reducing the treble. At zero or full down, the high frequencies are heavily cut, leaving only the lower, warmer frequencies, creating a narrowed sound. Tailpiece. Archtops feature floating tailpieces that anchor the strings and sit above the soundboard so as not to inhibit its vibrations. There are some disadvantages. Big hollow body archtops are prone to feedback, can be somewhat uncomfortable to play, and the notes and the ones with 25.5-inch scale require larger finger stretches. Semi-hollow guitar like an ES335 has some of the qualities of an archtop and is much more comfortable to play. Most solid body guitars produce overtones that make it more difficult to hear the individual notes in complex chord voicings. However, most solid body guitars can also be used for jazz, using the neck pickup. The Fender Telecaster has a surprisingly good jazz tone. And speaking of tone, it appears to be a rather complex issue as it involves several components. Number one, the player who uses fingers and plays with or without a pick. Number two, the instrument, the type of guitar, materials it's built from, hardware and electronics, string type and gauge, they all influence the tone to some degree. Number three, the instrument cable. Number four, the amplifier. And number five, the speaker. In jazz, more often than not, the guitar is connected directly to the amp, so there is no need to discuss pedals. Generally speaking, a humbucker pickup in the neck position is preferred, as are heavier gauge strings. Good quality cable is a plus, and ideally an amp voiced for an archdub with high quality speaker. I'm not going to make any specific recommendations, I just indicate what my choices are. My personal favorite is Henriksen Jazz Amp, the Blue 10. This thing has power, excellent note separation, warm sound, great bass response, and with the 5-band EQ as well as the tweeter defeat switch, one can get all the darkness one may desire without the sound getting muddy. Now, let's talk about guitar tone shaping, which involves tweaking both the amp and guitar controls. Understanding how they function makes the process easier. We covered the guitar controls, but what about the amp? The Henriksen Blue 10 has a 5-band EQ, low 100 Hz, low mid 350 Hz, high mid 760 Hz, high 1.6 kHz, and presence 3.5 kHz. Here's the thing I have an issue with. The owner's manual reads as follows. Each EQ knob should be thought of as a volume control that increases or decreases the volume level of its designated frequency range. I have Roland's Blues Cube Artist, and they use the same terminology. That is an oversimplification. As far as I'm concerned, better understanding of the control's function makes tone shaping much easier. Amp's controls are more complex, but it's not rocket science. Guitar amp frequency controls, bass, mid, treble, are not exclusively low-pass filters. They typically function as a passive tone stack that acts as a combination of band pass and band cut filters, rather than just cutting highs. While a treble control can act like a low-pass filter, the overall circuit controls specific frequency bands. Here is a breakdown of how they function. Treble control often functions as a passive low-pass filter, passing higher frequencies to the output when turned up or cutting them when turned down. Bass and mid controls often operate more like band pass or band stop filters within the passive tone stack, shaping the response of specific frequency ranges. Active versus passive. While many vintage and boutique amps use passive tone stacks, which mainly cut frequencies, active EQ circuits found in more modern or bass amps can boost and cut, functioning as more precise active filters. One more thing, pickup interaction. The guitar's own pickup coils and the cable itself actually form a resonant low-pass filter before the signal even reaches the amp. So how do we shape our guitar tone? Well, with jazz-oriented gear, there really isn't much to be done. Henriksen Jazz Amp is calibrated for an arched-up guitar already, and the default 12 o'clock EQ settings are good enough. However, since tone quality is subjective, additional tweaks can be made. With a guitar, it could be an arched-up, semi-hollow, or even solid body, directly connected to an amp and the neck pickup selected. Follow the order of operation. Number 1. Turn the guitar volume and tone all the way up to 10. This allows for full pickup output. Number 2. Set the amp volume to a comfortable level. Number 3. Set the amp EQ knobs to 12 o'clock. Number 4. Play an open string and or a chord and gradually turn the bass knob all the way up and then all the way down. Leave the other knobs at 12 o'clock. Note the range where the tone changes the most. That's your sweet spot. Number 5. Follow step 4 for middle, treble, and presence if available, one at a time. Number 6. Set the EQ knobs to their respective sweet spots. Number 7. Set the guitar volume and tone controls in the middle. It allows you to make tone and volume tweaks on the fly without touching the amp. Number 8. Adjust the amp volume to offset lower output from the guitar pickup. Number 9. Fine-tune any setting to your liking. And finally, enjoy the tone. End of vlog number 2.